What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of DGS. We had just finished our first joint reasoning mechanic in this game and found out that our Roylet is not really Roylet, but Nikomina Vorshvik, the missing ballet troupe person lady. Yes, that. Now we continue from here. So then, you really are. Grimsby Roylet isn't Nico's real name. It's Nikomina Vorshvik. Everything is just as you said. In order to flee Russia, you vanished from the ballet troupe during an exhibition, abroad. When night fell, you secretly ran off to board this ship and make your escape. I'm not sure secretly is quite the right word. The RFS Alicray is a massive steamship. Is it even possible to board a ship without anyone noticing? In order to conceal your identity, you rashly disguised yourself as an older gentleman. An attempt to hack away at your long blonde hair and the memories attached to it. However, to a lady, her hair is incredibly important. One might even say it's her life. Personally, I would recommend against it. But, so then... what was that scream we heard earlier? Obviously, it was this lovely young lady's tinkling bell-like scream. That'd have to be a pretty huge bell. I managed to escape from Shanghai, but I'm scared. I'm sure they're looking for Nico right now. That's why I tried to disguise myself, so that no one would find me. And that's how you ended up taking on the appearance of a suspicious elderly gentleman? I put on fake beard and hat, and that's when I noticed paper. And in paper was Nico's picture. Nico was afraid and screamed before I could stop myself. I knew if I didn't completely change my appearance, I'd be found out. So I thought to myself, I better cut my hair right away. Nico picked up a pair of scissors. And at that moment, the three of us came bursting into your cabin. So... that sort of thing really does occur in real life? It happens sometimes. That sort of thing. They've officially lost me. May I ask you one thing, Nikomina-sama? Just what are you keeping inside that trunk? You were right. Inside there is Nico's precious friend. Please, I beg you, don't tell. Not captain, no crew, nor anyone. Very well, we won't. However, only if you tell us about what happened last night. Alright, Nico will talk. What do you think, Naruhodō-sama? That was Sherlock Holmes-sama's famous deduction. To be honest, when you say it, this is it, I kept wanting to reply, which part? But in any case, I guess the fact that Nikomina-san is willing to talk to us now is pretty amazing. It certainly is! Completely amazing! Oh, right. There's one more thing. Yes, what is it? Show me your hands. My hands? Oh! The shackles! They've returned! Eh? But... how? Right back in place, just as I promised. When the heck? The doubt surrounding you hasn't been completely cleared after all. I suppose... well, it can't be helped. Ugh. Can't be helped, huh? In any case, let's speak with Nikomina-sama now. Personally, I'm also quite curious about the speckled rope that Kazuma-sama noticed. Alright, need my stylus. First things first, let's present my student badge. About this. I'm actually a university student from the Great Japanese Empire. I don't care. I guess there's no reason for her to. Naruhodō-sama, if you must show it to someone, I think you should at least choose someone who's Japanese. Could you take a look at this for me, Susato-san? Oh my god! I shall entertain you later. Maybe I should try showing it to Detective Hosonaga too. You did that already! Nikomino-san, could you take a look at this for me? I know nothing. Nico knows nothing. Shame on you, Naruhodō-sama. You're frightening Nikomino-sama. Sorry, I wasn't trying to. I guess we're presenting the revolutionary? We are? Okay. Have you read this article, Nikomino-san? Do you know about this cruel revolutionary? I know nothing. But he looks very much like old man Nico disguised himself as. I am surprised. Right. I'm not so sure how similar they look. Man in brown said so. He said this man looked like Nico. I'm pretty sure the only ones who see similarity between you two on this whole vast... Excuse me. I'm pretty sure the only ones who see the similarity between you two on this whole vast ocean are you and the famous detective in brown. Naruhodō-sama! I won't stand for any insults against Home-sama! I didn't say anything. Okay, now we're presenting the dancer. About this newspaper article. What a beautiful photo! You almost look like a fairy! Nico, scared. I didn't know this become newspaper article. Nikomino-sama. She's only 15 years old, but she's already completely on her own and a refugee. She must be pretty scared. Alright, now we can talk to her. Alright, we have about last night, refugee, and your friend. Let's start with last night. Do you know about the murder that took place in the cabin next door? I heard about it at breakfast from one of crew members. The one who was killed was our friend. Oh, really? So we're looking for information now about what happened to him. Did you happen to notice anything out of the ordinary last night? For instance, any strange noises or conversations? Or the ship getting caught up in a huge storm, or the engines exploding. I'm pretty sure everyone would have noticed if that happened. Anything at all, Nikomino-sama. I'm not sure. Nico was so busy worrying about my own situation. I don't know anything. I see. Refugee. So you ran away from the Novovich ballet troupe? Yes. Nico is going to Great Britain, and from there to America. I'm abandoning ballet and everything else. New life is waiting for Nico. You say you're abandoning everything, but you at least held on to that treasure there. Tiara belongs to Nico. I need it to be able to survive. Everyone in Nico's ballet troupe is very poor. All we have is water and little food, and we go around to different countries to dance. Nico's only choice was to run away, to protect myself. And so, you chose the life of a refugee. Everyone on ship took Nico's side. They let me on board ship and let me rent this room. However, in that case, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. Yes, you're certainly right about that. By the way, what are your thoughts, Naruhodō-sama?
Well, of course. I think we should ask Nikomina-san about it. What are we talking about right now? Oh my god! Something strange. Pretty sure we never docked anywhere last night. May I ask you just one thing? According to this article, you vanished from your ballet troupe yesterday. Which means you boarded the ship last night. However, the RFS Alacre did make port last night. Now that you mention it. So then, just how did you get aboard this ship?
Come to think of it, there was something unnatural about the manner of that crew member we met in the hallway. When we asked when this young lady had boarded the ship,
That's none of your business. You're right, he did say that.
pure white angel who fluttered down and dances gracefully across the stage.
Eh? What does that mean?
That's what Russian newspaper wrote about Nico. So I did same here. Flutter down. Nico is angel.
That's a pretty groundbreaking assertion to have been made in broken English.
Both Home-sama and this young lady. Westerners are quite bold.
God, I'm unmanned, gracefully endowed, with all the world's knowledge. That's been written about me. In the exaggerated advertising employed by the magazine that publishes the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. In any case, it doesn't seem that she intends to tell us the truth. Of course not. Your friend. So, inside that trunk, is your friend?
It seems that animals are forbidden on board the ship. Please, it's secret. Don't tell crew. If they find...
It's likely that those muscly Russian crew members will stuff it into a bag and hurl it into the sea. That was pretty harsh, Holmes-san.
So then, this friend of yours, could it be a small dog, perhaps?
Then maybe a cute bunny? Ha! Do you honestly think they have small bunnies in Russia? Eh? Don't they? And just how the blazes am I supposed to know? Right. How clueless you two are. Clearly this friend's of her. Quite. It's obviously a chicken. What?
Is that right?
Just think about it for a moment. It'll wake you up with a loud crowing in the morning and lay you an egg every day. And if need be, you can make it into roast chicken and it'll feed you. I doubt the chicken would consider a person who would do that a friend. Oh my god. Chicken? Well, at any rate, it seems that she's determined to keep her friend's identity a secret. I guess she's still wary of us. In any case, there's something I want Nikomina-san to look at for me. I hope she knows something about it. Alright, what we're gonna present now is Asogi's journal. This is the journal of my friend who was killed.
Journal.
Last night he wrote down something that I can't help wondering about. 1:23 a.m. I hear a sound like a low whistle. And then, 1:35 a.m. I can see a speck of rope inside the vent.
A speck of rope?
This cabin is connected to the one next door by the vent. The one over there.
In other words, the victim's cabin is connected to this one. Nikomina-sama, I don't suppose anything comes to mind about the whistle the victim heard, or the speckled rope. I know nothing. Nico knows nothing.
Is that so? Excuse me, may I come in, Roilet-sama? That was the line. I'm not sure. Okay, that was a knock. Sorry, I read a line that was a knock. I don't know what's wrong with me. I forgot that they write out the knocks in this. Anyway, what is it? That was fast. There's something the captain wishes to speak with you about. Could I have you accompany me to the captain's quarters immediately? Understood. I'll be right there. What is it? Don't give me that what is it, claptrap. Get out. Oh, don't mind us.
Please, Roilet-sama, don't concern yourself with us.
Cut the crap! Get out this instant, unless you want me to throw you out. I guess we won't be able to search this cabin for the time being.
Oh, what a shame.
And just like that, we were thrown out of Nikomina-san's cabin without being given the chance to investigate it. I mean, we were literally thrown out. Oh no! There's a to be continued noted on here, so we are continuing. We got about another 15 minutes of recording time, so let's me skip. The same day, unspecified time on the RFS Alucre, first class quarter.
Oh dear, we've got thrown out.
And we weren't able to find out any clues about the speckled rope either.
We didn't even get the opportunity to investigate the cabin. On top of that, that gentleman from the crew is keeping close watch over there.
He's obviously expecting us to try something. Come to think of it.
Yes? What is it?
Where did that famous detective vanish to?
Oh! Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him anywhere in a while.
When did he... He returned my shackles conscientiously and vanished like a breath of wind. The sailor, man. The sailor. Nikomina's cabin. I really want to have a look around in there. What happened to his face? What? What are you staring wistfully over here for? Eh? Would it be that you want to be thrown out again? No, certainly not. Next time I throw you anywhere, it'll be right into the sea, and don't you forget it. Yes, sir. I think we should probably stay away from him until he forgets what I look like.
I doubt that will occur anytime soon.
Alright, well, since we don't have anything else we can do, and we can't do the second cabin... Oh, I must have sounded far away because I moved from the mic. Sorry, we're going back to Asogi's room. First class cabin number 1. Same day unspecified. You know what? There's a translation on this thing.
It looks like the crime scene is still under investigation. Come to think of it, I wonder if Detective Hosonaga is doing well.
What do you mean?
Naruhodō-sama, have you forgotten already? In order to provide you the chance to investigate freely in spite of your incarceration, he said that he would put his life on the line in an attempt to persuade the captain.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sure the bit about putting his life on the line was an exaggeration, but maybe we should check in with him? May have uncovered some new information. The books provided on the ship are lined up neatly.
They were all neatly knocked down earlier, though.
Now that you mention it, you were the one who set them up again, weren't you, Susato-san?
We mustn't make a mess of the cabin.
I already told you, I wasn't the one who knocked them down.
I simply can't be at ease unless the books are neatly arranged.
Hello, Hosonaga. How are you doing? Oh! Oh my! Welcome back.
Detective Hosonaga. What happened to you? Your face! You look miserable!
Please don't concern yourselves over it. 'Tis but a scratch. It looks a little more serious than just a scratch. When I informed the captain that you were to be permitted to investigate this murder, he rained blows down upon my head and reassured me that I would be tossed into the sea. And before I knew it, he finished me off with his fist alone. That's all I have to report. Oh my god, Hosonaga! It looks like he literally put his life on the line trying to persuade the captain.
Thanks to your efforts, we were at least able to have a preliminary glance around the room next door.
Yes, so I heard.
Huh?
The gentleman known as the famous detective mentioned something to that effect earlier. If I'm not mistaken, his name was the Sherlock Holmes, or the like. See, I'm not the only one who made that mistake. In any case, since we're already here, why don't we exchange information? Yes, please! Alright, next door cabin, the famous detective. Start with that. What's this? You say the guest in the cabin next door is Mikumina Vorsvik. Oh, do you know of her? No one who calls himself a fan of ballet doesn't know of that graceful pixie. He got mad at me. In any case, there can be no doubt that the cabin next door has nothing to do with this murder then. Eh? What makes you say that? There's simply no way that that graceful pixie could be to blame for anything bad. Got mad at me again.
How is the investigation progressing over here?
To be perfectly honest, there's actually not much we can do. For the time being, we're simply trying to ensure that the crime scene is preserved until we're able to handle the matter over to the police in Hong Kong. That is a mouthful, holy shit! This cabin is being guarded at all times, to ensure that it is always under surveillance.
I see.
Ah, that's right. In spite of everything, I do have one piece of new information for you. Eh?
Please, you must tell us.
New information. So what's this new information you found? Have a look at this. The ship doctor finished his inspection and provided this report. Is that Asogi's corpse inspection report?
Kazuma-sama.
So then, how did he die? Instant death due to damage to the cervical vertebrae. That's what the report says.
Does that mean that his neck was broken?
Yes, that's precisely what it means. Due to the fact that the victim does not display any visible outward injuries, they first suspected poisoning. However, it seems that they were unable to actually locate any traces of this poison. So then, the murder weapon. has yet to be discovered, but the fact that there were no external wounds means that it may have been some sort of blunt instrument. I see.
The cervical vertebrae are connected to the central nervous system. If it sustains a strong blow, the result is death. And it's entirely possible for one who loses their life in that manner not to display external wounds.
Soaky. I prepared a copy of the corpse inspection report. If you like, you may have it. Eh? But are you sure? It's fine. I trust you. If I didn't, I would never have allowed you to leave this cabin in the first place. Oh. Well, thank you, Hosonaga. Really appreciate it, dude. A report created by the RFS Alacraze ship doctor. Died instantly due to damage to the cervical vertebrae. No signs of external injuries or poison were found. Now, the last one. The famous detective.
Was Home-sama present? Here, I mean.
Yes, he was crawling about on his hands and knees, happily inspecting the floor. However, he appeared to grow bored quickly and hurried away. Did he say anything? The famous detective, I mean. Yes, now that you mention it, he did say just one thing, and very loudly at that. It's shoe polish. That's what he said. Shoe polish? What did he mean by that? If I'm not mistaken, it was around here. You see the fragments of glass?
This brick-colored skid mark, you mean?
Ah, yes, that's it. But how did he know that this was shoe polish? How indeed. I attempted to ask him, but he simply cocked his head at me. Is something wrong, Susato-san?
Come to think of it, Kazuma-sama was wearing deep red high-lace leather shoes.
Deep red. Red that almost looks black, huh?
The color gave the impression that they'd been soaked in wine. He worked hard to maintain them.
So then this is... That means this mark was made by Sogi's shoe polish. That shush sound is gonna really screw me over in the future. I hate that sound. Piece of glass from a small receptacle of some sort and a mark thought to have been made by Sogi's shoe polish are clearly left behind. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. I had better return to my guard duty. I can feel the crew member's gaze on the back of my mind. I understand. Thank you very much.
Somehow, you seem rather tired.
No, you see? It's because I wasn't able to successfully fulfill my mission to protect Asogi-sama. Naturally, I don't presume to feel even a portion of the suffering that you two must be feeling as his friends. On top of that, I had this pain at the base of my skull since earlier this morning. Headache? Come to think of it, mine's still throbbing too. It's a dull pain at the base of my skull. Why does everyone have headaches? Alright, well, we're gonna examine the shoe polish first, and then I think we'll stop afterwards. Okay. What beautifully colored glass. It looks like some small item was broken perfectly in half. By the way, there's no sign of the other half of the glass. And this brick-colored substance. Apparently it's shoe polish, according to that famous detective.
Yes, it's quite possible that it was from Kazuma-sama's shoes.
Even so, I wonder how he could be so sure that it was shoe polish.
That's clearly because he's a famous detective.
I don't think that counts as a reason. Alright, we're gonna stop here for now, and we're gonna continue on the investigation into the next video. I don't know where I'm supposed to... Well, it says I'm going to the hallway, so I guess we're done with whatever we need to do in here, but... we'll find out what's gonna happen in the next video. See you guys then!